We're supposed to find y double prime of this function right here. So if we first find the first derivative, we're going to take, using Newton's notation, derivative of the numerator times the denominator minus the derivative of the denominator times the numerator divided by the denominator squared. Derivative of x is 1. The derivative of x plus 1 is also 1. So that's going to give us 1 times x plus 1 minus 1 times x. Normally I would not multiply the denominator out. Since we got to find the second derivative of this, we need to do that, otherwise we don't know how to find that derivative. It's going to be x squared plus 2x plus 1. Distributing the 1 here to the x and the 1, and distributing this 1 times this x, which is not really distributing, it's just multiplying, pardon me. And then if we combine like terms, x minus x cancels, therefore the first derivative is 1 over x squared plus 2x plus 1. Now we need to find the second derivative of that. That's what the directions ask for. So y double prime, we take the derivative of the numerator times the denominator minus the derivative of the numerator, derivative of the denominator times the numerator, all over the denominator squared. The derivative of 1 is 0, so we're going to have 0 times this, which means eventually this whole thing here is going to just be 0 and canceled out. The derivative of this here is going to be 2x plus 2, and we're multiplying that times 1. So we have 0 times x squared plus 2x plus 1 minus 2x plus 2 times 1 over the denominator squared. Once again, 0 times each of these three terms gives us 0. Distributing the 1 to this just gives us 2x plus 1. We're subtracting it, so it's going to give us a minus 2x minus 2 over x squared plus 2x plus 1 quantity squared. We should be finished with this, but we're not because this simplifies. Here's what I see. In my numerator, I can factor out a negative 2, leaving me with an x plus 1. If you recall, this denominator, part of the denominator, x squared plus 2x plus 1, this part in the parentheses was the same as x plus 1 quantity squared, which in turn is raised to a squared. So this part right here, once again, is the same as x squared, not x squared, x to the first plus 1 squared. And then that is raised to this 2 here, which means this is really saying negative 2 over x plus 1 to the x plus 1 to the fourth. Long story short, the original denominator was x plus 1. When you found the first derivative, you squared it, which made it x plus 1 squared. When you find the second derivative of that, you take that denominator, which was squared, and you square it, which makes it the original denominator to the fourth. We can cancel an x plus 1 for a numerator and denominator and get the second derivative as negative 2 over x plus 1 cubed. Final answer.